Markets this morning are higher. Futures indicating a gain at the start of trading, 97 points higher on the Dow Industrials. As you see, the Nasdaq up 50 points right now. All three major indices were lower yesterday after those explosions and the bombs at the Kabul airport killed at least 13 U.S. service members. Federal Reserve Chairman Jay Powell is set to speak virtually today at the Jackson Hole event. All eyes on whether or not the central bank will begin tapering asset purchases. A little more doubt going into this morning's speech. Joining me right now is ERShares CEO Joel Shulman. Also joining the conversation all morning long this morning is Fox Business's Dagan McDowell and former Assistant Secretary of the Treasury for Public Affairs, Monica Crowley. Great to see everybody this morning. Thank you so much for being here. Joel Shulman, thanks for joining the conversation. Your thoughts on this market as we head into probably one of the more uncertain periods of the year, whether or not the Federal Reserve is going to start pulling back in terms of the stimulus. And, of course, now we face terrorism threats.
Right. You're absolutely right. All eyes are on Jackson Hole and whether or not they're going to basically address two key issues. One, will they announce whether there's going to be tapering sometime later this year? Some are calling for October, as early as October. Others are saying later this year and early next year. So number one, will there be an announcement on the tapering issue? And two, or are they going to kick that off to September? And two, are they going to give any indication whether interest rates will rise in 2022 or 2023? Now, the markets are slightly up. They were down yesterday. When I'm speaking to other people in the industry, people believe that today the markets are and they're responding to the fact that they think the Fed is not going to announce anything today. It's a virtual, as you mentioned, it's a virtual conference. It's not like you're going to have everybody descend upon Jackson Hole. They think it's going to be very hard for them to make a major decision on a virtual Zoom call. So I think that the markets are anticipating basically no major announcements today. They're going to kick the can to September.
Let me ask you about crypto, because Pennsylvania Senator Pat Toomey is now calling for public input on crypto legislation. The senator says he plans to use the responses that he's gotten, which pushes back on his ideas to form legislation to clarify uncertainty around how existing laws apply to cryptocurrencies. Joel, do you think we're going to get Toomey's amendment in the upcoming bills to regulate crypto?
Well, I think we're going to have something. I mean, we're seeing, cyber terrorism is out of control. I mean, we're seeing daily reports of this. We're seeing fraud. We're seeing the potential for tax evasion, illicit money moving from point A to point B. A lot of companies want to start embracing crypto, but what's going to happen in terms of, the reporting of this? The tax consequences of this. I mean, we need some type of regulation. We're reading about how thousands, tens of thousands of people are losing money on Coinbase. The money just disappears. And then the company says nothing. They say, we can't really help you. So this, and we're dealing with first-time investors. I mean, these investors, they don't even own stocks in many cases. They've created new Robinhood accounts. I know that you've had Gary Gensler from the SEC, talking about crypto, and we need something here to protect. At the end of the day, we need to protect new investors, all investors, but particularly the investors who are somewhat naive to this market and they're vulnerable to theft.
Joel, let me switch gears and ask you about the headlines of the day, and of course that is Afghanistan. Does Afghanistan matter to the markets? Now we are on terrorism watch. Obviously, the suicide bombers yesterday killing 13 of our heroes, and Jen Psaki said this is going to be an ongoing threat.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a tragedy here, and the markets are responding in a way that may be confusing to the average investor in the street who said we have a crisis in Afghanistan, and yet why are the markets slightly up, or why aren't they down significantly? Unfortunately, the markets, or I shouldn't say unfortunately, the markets just don't respond in this particular case. People are not really sure how to incorporate this and how is it going to move companies like Facebook or Google or things of this nature. So we've seen in the past these horrible tragedies around the world, and yet the markets don't really react negatively. And in fact, in some cases like today, they're slightly up. So there seems to be a disconnect in terms of the events in the Middle East or the events in Afghanistan and the markets. It's largely because it's not, those events, as tragic as they are not really affecting the cash flows, the underlying cash flows immediately for most companies here in the U.S. or other
Yeah.
parts of the world. So we've seen this in the past.
I understand. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter until it matters, right? And those cycles can change real fast. Joel, it's good to talk with you this morning. Thanks very much. We still have a winning week for the major averages, despite a mixed showing today. Joel Shulman will catch up soon.